Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slay, and today we're going to talk about the Hurt Business versus the New Day. But first, hit the like button for me, and then also hit subscribe unless you're already subscribed. So, on November the 2nd, there was a segment on the MVP Lounge, where MVP basically announced that they had defeated the Retribution, and that having dealt with the Retribution problem in the WWE, they wanted payment for services rendered. Very odd decision considering Retribution showed up not an hour later, but whatever, whatever, man. But MVP did say that they wanted payment, and they wanted their payment in as the WWE Tag Team Champions. So they wanted to be Tag Team Champions, and that will be their payment, which brought out the New Day. So the New Day and MVP pretty much get into this argument, and it was pretty good. This was the best stuff that took place on Raw because there was a lot of very true barbs being thrown back and forth, and they were really building the heat for this feud. And they basically talked about, basically they called 4 of the 5 members of the Hurt Business old. Basically, Xavier Woods talked about he'd been watching Bobby Lashley since he was a little kid, and that he's basically said the same thing about MVP and Shelton Benjamin. Well, it's not 5 members of the Hurt Business; it's 3. So he said that 4. He basically called 3 of the 4 old, and then Kofi made some jokes about Cedric and saying he'll be there in the future. He's sure he'll have a nice career. And then Kofi said that he's won more titles than all of them combined. He went down his resume. And then MVP said, well, he talked about how proud he was, because you can't ignore it that MVP was crying for Kofi after he won the title. MVP said he was very proud of him, but that he lost the title in 8 seconds, and he's sure that Bobby Lashley can beat that time. And then Kofi replied that, he said, I thought you guys were the Hurt Business. I didn't know you were going to try to hurt my feelings. You could tell these dudes are real comfortable, right? They're really comfortable just going out there. It doesn't feel like 2 guys reading a script. Well, 3 guys reading the script, because they were the only guys talking. And because Xavier Woods was also talking. So you had, after that, Kofi makes a joke about Lana and sex, saying that about 8 seconds is about as long as Lashley can go. And then him and Woods laugh. And this is where MVP gets a little bit serious. And he starts calling New Day clowns. He was like, when y'all talking about footwork, y'all talking about dancing. When I'm talking about footwork, I'm talking about stomping people out. And I was like, oh, okay. So now we're putting a bright line in the sand. Like, this is what I wanted. I wanted New Day and the Hurt Business to go at each other like this. I love this. This is really good. This is awesome. New Day is outnumbered. They don't have their big guy anymore. And now you got Lashley floating around. Now the two members of the Hurt Business that will be participating in this feud will be Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Perfect 2 guys because they fit with the New Day perfectly. The problem is that they gave the fucking match away immediately. And then, of course, in classic WWE fashion, the baby faces just get beat clean. So, I mean, what was the purpose? What was the purpose? To continue building the heat? Okay. But, I mean, it's classic wrestling 101 that the more people fight, the less you want to pay to see them fight. Right? That's kind of how this works, right? I can't be alone on this. So, if you give me the match immediately, then I got the match, and now what am I going to pay for? I mean, I get that the pay-per-view match is New Day versus Street Profits. Well, then you've taken the steam out of that match because the Street Profits aren't losing. New Day, of course, is now losing. They lost to a team that's not a tag team champion. So that, of course, doesn't benefit the Street Profits to beat them. So the only option that you really have is to switch the titles. That's your option. Is to, well, I guess the Hurt Business that's going to win the tag team championships, so that the Street Profits can actually gain something from beating somebody. Because they can't gain anything from beating the New Day, because New Day just lost. Now, look, I'm not a mark for who wins and who loses. That stuff is stupid. It's stupid. But things need to make sense. Why not keep the New Day strong and tell them, hey, after the Survivor Series, you'll get your title shot. But right now, Woods will take on Cedric one-on-one. And if you guys can beat them one-on-one, then maybe we'll give you a title shot. And then, they could bitch up the Hurt Business like, no, we owe the tag team title match because we took care of Retribution. And then Adam Pearce could say, what are you talking about? Retribution is still around. You guys didn't get rid of Retribution. They're still here. But I'll still give you the opportunity to wrestle for the tag team championships because New Day do need contenders. And that was the one good thing about this is that, okay, now you've established that Cedric and Shelton are contenders for these titles. But couldn't you have done that in literally some other way? Literally, can you have done that in some other way? Instead of giving away the big match. And then you packaged the match with the promo. So you gave me this Hungry Man dinner of a segment. It didn't mean anything. Okay, we're going to build this great segment and then we'll give you the match immediately and blow everything away. So now what I'm going to be looking forward to for the next 3-4 weeks with this thing? Nothing? Because this is not over. They didn't win the titles. So they're going to have to wrestle them again. At least one more time. But we know this WWE, they're going to wrestle them 8 more times. Probably 12. They're probably going to be wrestling from now until TLC. With that short stop for Survivor Series. Now, it would be smart to switch the titles. Of course, you have to ask the question, what do you do with New Day? I don't know. Because they pretty much filled up the Raw. Well, they got one spot open on the Raw Survivor Series team. So you can't put both members of the New Day on the team. So you can't do that. The Hurt Business don't have any match other than the Lashley match. So you can't switch the titles really. I know a lot of people are really interested in the New Day versus Street Profits. But I don't see how your excitement level can be the same when the New Day just lost. And I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you could have had them do the dueling promo and then went into a one-on-one match or set up the match for next week. And then you could have just made that a title match. And then just got disqualified or something. Like, there's ways around this problem. Outside of what the hell they've been doing. And Raw, the booking decisions on Raw are absolute fucking trash. I'm trying to do these videos a little bit at a time and not make them so big and bulky, not like 30 to 40 minute videos. But this was horrific. This is bad. Okay, the booking decisions does not make sense. They're not protecting anybody. They're basically just shitting on everybody. Yeah, you made the Hurt Business look cool and all, but they don't have a match at Survivor Series that you're trying to get people to pay $10 to watch. The New Day do. So you're supposed to have been protecting them because at least that's where the money is. Like, sure, you can tell this story and everybody likes this story, but goddamn, you could at least had Retribution interfere and break the match up and beat everybody up, which would have made more sense. That would at least made sense. What they did was stupid. This is dumb. Why did you do this? It's stupid. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Like this video. Comment, please. Donate if you can. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for your 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And I'll talk to you guys later.